All right, I think we should be live. Hello, everyone. Don't be afraid. It's just a disembodied head sitting on a couch. Hello, everyone. I hope everything is working, because obviously some things have been changed in the setup. Let me actually check that for you guys. Let me check if everything is working. Hold on. This was a last-minute idea. There we go. All right, I think... Chat, by the way, if I'm looking down, it's because you guys are actually down there. I'm sorry about that. Yes, okay, I think we are loud and clear. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone had great holidays. Like, if you celebrate Christmas or another December holiday, I hope you had a great time. If you don't celebrate anything, I hope you still had a great time. I did. I ate a lot. I'm never gonna get up from this couch ever again. I want to thank, as always, the Blue Name crew, especially because I initially wasn't gonna do a stream today or this weekend even, but I just felt weird about it. I felt weird about not doing like one more stream in 2025. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Blue Name crew. I see Fletcher, Sammy, Albit, Guillermo's lurking. I think I saw Glitzbog. Yeah, Glitzbog is here as well. I indeed see Guillermo. Heck yeah. So yeah, really appreciate it, and I'm sorry. By the way, I just realized I cannot actually see my camera. I can only see the light, which I just realized is like not the camera, obviously. But yeah, so if I'm looking a little off, that's why. I'm a professional streamer, as you all are very much aware. So some other folks here, sorry, let me greet you all. I see Rob Earth, Custom Llamas is here, that Wild Wolf. Legacy Christie, thank you so much for the super chat. And this will be a test. Okay, does it work? Yes, it does. Heck yeah. Sorry. I'm always very relieved when something actually works without me planning for it. Happy Sunday. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Happy New Year. Same to you. Well, not the birthday part, but Happy New Year as well. We're a little ahead of that, obviously. Some other green names in the chat. I see the Dancing Dilo, James, Francesco is here, Dino Nugget, Melissa Berensen, we have Matthew UK, hello, the Torian is here, Eldris213. Oh, I wasn't going to do the numbers thing, because that's just YouTube being a boob. Some other folks here, before I get into it. By the way, this is going to be like the definition of a chill stream. Like, this is why we're in the living room. Again, I'm a disembodied head on a couch. I couldn't figure out what to do with that in the short amount of time between the idea to do face cam and the realization. What am I gonna do around that? So yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out in my living room and talking, I guess. Ghosty, we have Sanat, we have Sean Mitchison, Aiden Jamil's here, the Evolution Beavers. Xavier Sate, we have D-Rex joining in, Mr. Microceratus, Planet Estefania. Is the light changing color? The light is changing color. Yes, it is. I'm very proud of my little light. It's cute. Hold on. Let's look at it for a second. I realize it's getting really blown out on my shitty webcam. But yes, you can see it's changing light. I Love My Bed is here. We have Lol Impopular. Michael Bowser is here. Evolution Circle is here. Welcome. Camel. We have the Great Toastmaster. A name, Demetrius Pierce? Spears? I'm sorry, I cannot read. I cannot speak. I can do barely anything. Cut me some slack, okay? I'm a head on a couch. Hey, that Wild Wolf. I feel like I've made it in life. When you're in your late 20s and get dinosaur toys for Christmas, you've won. You've won. That is amazing. Also, I'm getting a little teary-eyed. That's not because I'm emotional. That's just because I'm getting annoyed by my makeup. Hey, Eldris, happy belated birthday. Hope you have a great 2026. Thank you, and same to you. We'll do like the happy 2026 messages maybe near the end of the stream, right? What I wanted to do for this stream, YouTube has a feature, which is a terrifying way to start a sentence, because But YouTube has a feature where you can do live Q&As. Now, I will preface this by saying that yes, the actual Q&A video with the house tour, because yes, you're seeing a glimpse of the new apartment, that is still coming. I'm so sorry it's been so super delayed. I was gonna do it months ago, but then I got overwhelmed by the news for Jurassic World Evolution 3. Frontier had us come out to the UK to do stuff. And also I realized I wanna I need to heavily edit the house tour because it was getting way too personal. Way too personal. So I need to get in there and do a little editing magic. There's some stuff that yeah. But that video is still coming, so you know you don't have to be here for a Q&A stream if you like Q&As but you don't like streams, because I get it. That video is still coming, and you will get to see like the whole apartment, but yeah, well, it's fine. So what we're gonna do, sorry, I'm getting distracted by stuff that's on the screen. That's the ADHD, I'm so sorry. Okay, let's check out this feature. Start a Q&A. I looked up a tutorial, and that's basically all I did, because I'm very professional. Okay, so I guess I just give you guys a prompt. So ask me anything. Anything. Yeah, that's it, basically. Let's see what happens. We're in this together, people. Okay, so that should be coming up in the chat. Yes, it is. And then I think... Oh, YouTube is telling me all sorts of stuff right now. Oh. You good, babe? Oh, I don't know if this is working properly. Oh, yes, there you go. I see questions coming in for the... Yes, it is working. Heck yeah. Okay, so basically you guys can ask a question and I'm just gonna pick one of them. I'll answer that question and then, you know, we'll pick another one and so on and so forth. It's pretty basic stuff, I guess. I think the feature overcomplicates it unnecessarily. All right. Let me just read through some of the questions and see what is something that we should be focusing on. Obviously, I feel like I need to pick a question that is gonna get like a substantial answer, like nothing too quick. Oh, I am seeing some fun questions. Keep it coming. I'll pick one. Sorry, some of them are calling me out. Some questions are just like, why don't you like peanut butter? Because it's disgusting. All right, hold on. I see one. You know what? Let's highlight this one. Because, I don't know what that was. Select question. Okay, let's see what happens. Yes, there you go. Okay, so you should be seeing the question by DREX985. Will you do more episodes of your podcast? Now, podcast speaking is impossible for me. You might have missed it, maybe you didn't, but I started like a super silly, super informal podcast thing, and I've done the first episode with my moderator, Fletcher. You can't find it on the channel the normal way. You have to actually go to the podcast tab on the channel. So it's not a video. In like the videos tab, you really have to click on podcasts and then click on the Therapodcast. But yeah, it's just something that I wanted to do on the side because it's like, to put it very bluntly, it's very easy to do. Like you literally just pick a person that you can talk to about whatever, this hyperfixation, and then it's basically no editing and you just get that out there. And it's just, it's very self-indulgent in the fact that I just really like talking about this stuff and putting that on the channel. And I figured some of you guys might like to watch it or listen to it as like background noise when you're doing the dishes, or I don't know, vacuuming. I don't know what you guys do. I don't know what normal people do. on a day-to-day basis. I don't have a normal life. But yeah, I figured it would be kind of interesting to do something like that. And I will be doing future episodes. I want to aim for like a podcast maybe once a month. But probably skipping January, just because in January I'm going to be taking a couple of weeks off from YouTube. So I don't think I'm going to have enough time to work up the courage to invite another person to come do this podcast with me and then set it up. So I'll probably skip January, but then after that, it should be a podcast a month. That is the plan. Okay, so now I select a new question, I guess. By the way, I do realize that was a very YouTuber question to pick. That was basically just a shameless plug. But also, I feel like I owed it to Fletcher. It's not purely shameless, selfish. I also feel like I owed it to Fletcher to get like a couple more eyes on the podcast for his channel's sake. All right, let's see. Close question. All right, yes, and then I can pick a new one. Okay, good. Let's see. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pick something dinosaur related here. At least, Jurassic World, something like that. Let me just read through the list. Sorry, I'm a very slow reader. How about I pick this one by Xenon? Okay, something else I want to do. Select question. And I want to actually hop back into regular chat. Do I still have the question when I do that? Sorry, this is all trial and error, folks. Yes, I can. Oh, that's great. Okay, so question I picked is from Xenon. Will you continue to bring content when Jurassic World Evolution 3 content runs out? I feel pretty confident that we're at least a couple of years away from that scenario. Fingers crossed, at least. Like, I'm hoping that at the very least Jurassic World Evolution 3 is gonna get, like, the lifespan of Jurassic World Evolution 1, which was like a little less than 2 years. Am I incorrect in saying that? But at the very least, right? And I genuinely feel like they could extend it way beyond that. So I feel like in terms of content in the very strict sense, I feel like we're gonna be good. We're gonna be fed for a couple of years. And then, yeah, I started my YouTube channel when Jurassic World Evolution 1 was already out for a while. I didn't do it with this idea that it was gonna be like a job or something that pays the bills. It is now. But when Jurassic World Evolution 3 runs its course, and I'm assuming at that point the channel will also sort of run its course, I don't see myself ever like quitting the channel, right? Because I do this for fun. Like, it happens to pay the bills at this point, which is mind-blowing, obviously, but that's not why I started it, and so I don't think that's a reason to stop doing it either when like that time comes. So yeah, which is just a very long way to say that you're not gonna get rid of me. That's just the reality of things. I'm so sorry. You're never gonna get rid of me. I guess I should add that like, when Jurassic World Evolution, like, inevitably it'll end, right? Whether it's like 2 years from now or 6 years from now or 10 years from now, inevitably it will end. And when that comes, maybe I'll start doing like more random stuff on the channel, like talk about Lego and shit like that, when it becomes like less important, even less professional, you'll probably start seeing like some random stuff as well. But yeah. that's the long-term plan for this channel. I'm so sorry. You were probably hoping to get rid of me at some point, but that's not happening. Okay, now I need to go back to questions. Sorry, I'm like also trying to read chat in the meantime. Fret not. Okay, there you go. It's not a super fast process, that's for sure. That's okay though. Like I said, this is just chill. This is just chill stuff. Close this question. All right, let's see. Let's head back into question. By the way, you can keep like submitting questions on the I don't know what to call it, like on this little thing that you click on. Just keep submitting questions and I'll just keep going through them and picking some that I think I can talk about for a little bit. All right, I feel like, okay, I see a lot of stuff about, you know, DLC stuff I want, so I'm gonna pick one that sort of, I think this one summarizes it a little bit. Select question. So this is by Camel Benesroon. I'm sorry, I don't know what to I don't know what to do with that. What would be a perfect Jurassic World Evolution 3 pack? I think I've talked about this already, but like if they do, like, this is the perfect pack for Evolution Square and literally nobody else. Only she will buy it. The pack will be Shantongosaurus, Dinosuchus, and I'm gonna pick Microraptor, and they have nothing to do with one another, but again, the theme of this DLC would be random stuff Evo likes, and that would be it. And then, in terms of building pieces... I'm not sure, actually. What do I feel like is missing? Maybe a little, like, you know, Southwest Asia, Northern Africa. That sort of vibe is something that I feel like is missing, but I might be wrong, honestly, because I feel like I've only... like scratch the surface of what we have with the building pieces, because I haven't really gone into like themed stuff. Like the stuff I'm doing right now is really unthemed. Like it doesn't have a specific like look to it. It's very like, let's just call it what it is. It's very generic. But I feel like we could do with some stuff like that. So I guess I'd pick that. And maybe like a new attraction or something like that. I actually want to go into live chat and see what you guys are saying. Like, what would you guys want? Oh, Evolution Circle. A functional bridge. Heck freaking yeah. Heck freaking yeah. Although, no, actually, no. I'm going to backtrack on that. And not for the reason you think. Obviously, we need bridges. But I would be mad on behalf of... everyone if they make a bridge a DLC thing. No. I would not support that. Like, obviously, you know, I get stuff for free, and even if I didn't, I would be buying everything day one, whatever. I'm irresponsible with my money. Once you'll see my Lego collection, you know I mean it when I say I waste money. So, you know, I wouldn't personally have any problem with, you know, buying a DLC for whatever, honestly. I have low standards. But no, I would not want them to do something as crucial and wanted and basic, frankly, as a functional bridge in a DLC. I feel like that's just free update stuff. That is free update stuff. Lick check. Oh, I cannot see how many likes we have. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, we are past 100 likes. Thank you very much. Let me invite Ian into my living room. Sure. Is this one gonna work? Oh, Ian doesn't want to come into my living room. That feels personal. That feels very personal. Ian, come here. See, and we all had a good time, Ian. We all had a good time. All right, let me head back into... This is probably the most awkward points. Keep switching between the different the different chats. Okay, so I'm back in the questionnaire chat. I'm gonna switch out this question. All right. Ooh. I want to pick this one, because I also want to know you guys' answer to this. So I'm going to pick that wild wolf. What is my favorite map in Jurassic World Evolution 3? And yeah, I'm going to switch back to live chat as well, because I want to hear you guys' answer to this as well. My personal favorite Jurassic World Evolution 3 map, it's going to piss you... This answer is going to piss you off, because it's like the political answer, right? But my favorite map is the random map generator. Like, whatever the random map generator comes up with, that's my favorite. First of all, because I'm very easily entertained, and like refreshing those maps is like jingling car keys in front of a toddler. I'm very easily amused. So I just like doing that, honestly, and being like, ooh, this is a nice island shape. Ooh, this is a nice island shape. I'm like already thinking about what I could do with that. And then, yeah, just picking one of them and doing something with the randomly generated stuff, because it just tickles me. I don't know, it just tickles me. Again, though, I'm very easily pleased. What are you guys like, though? Oh, and by the way, I will say it has to be the temperate biome. No disrespect to, like, tropical, like, you know, it started it all. Desert, Mediterranean, it's all great. Nothing beats my bestie, temperate. Temperate is just peak. Z741 says probably the square maps. Cappy King says Lockwood Estate. I have not reached that part of the campaign yet. Please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I have every intent of finishing the campaign, even though nobody wants to see me play campaign. And I have to be completely honest, that is one of the reasons why I haven't continued the campaign yet. Because... And this is so YouTuber brain rot, but when you upload a video that people aren't interested in watching, it like actively hurts your channel. It's not just a case of, oh, that one video didn't do well. It actively tells YouTube that, oh, you've uploaded something people don't care about. So then the next time you upload, I'm gonna take my foot off the gas for you, girl. I'm gonna first just, you know, recommend it to a couple of people and see what they think. So it really just puts you in a difficult position. So I will be continuing it, but I really have to sprinkle that and spread that out. And that's just the YouTuber side of things, honestly. Let's see, what other maps? Neurotic Place says, I love Japan. The cherry blossoms are a nice change from all the previous biomes. That is very true, but in defense of temperate, we have the cherry blossoms there as well. So, can never beat temperate, honestly. Hey, where's Sean Universe joining in? Oh my god, I just got distracted by a para running. Anyway. Ghosty likes the Biosyn map. Honestly, I like credit to like all the maps in the game. Like, I haven't built on them yet, right? I did check them out, like, initially for the, for launch day of Jurassic World Evolution 3. I was gonna do, like, a really long video where I was just looking at everything. So I had that, like, 50% recorded. Like, I looked at all of the maps, I looked at all of the brushes, I was gonna look at all of the I was looking at everything and I was gonna bundle it into one video. But I just literally ran out of time to do everything that I wanted to do for launch day, and I decided to scrap that video. But just to say that even though I haven't built on all the maps yet, I did look at all of the maps for the purpose of that video. Colton likes Sorna. We have Yoshi Apple says Japan, China, and the New Germany specifically. I do like that we have some of the older maps as well. That's fun. All right. I'm gonna switch the question out again. Bear with me. I can do this. I can do this. There you go. All right. All right, let's see. I see someone asking, why do I have an American accent? That's just media influence. Alright, oh god, guys, don't ask me for way too personal stuff. Just a little heads up. I saw something that was like, no, that's not gonna happen. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, I want to talk about this. And also because I think it's going to be like an interesting discussion with you guys. Like, question, did I click on the right one? I did. It's because I'm a genius. Don't. That's low-hanging fruit. Don't take it. Nico asks, which Jurassic movie is the worst for you? I just realized I haven't done like an updated ranking video. So that's a fair question, because yeah, I haven't answered that. Let me first go back to live chat. There you go. There you go. It's working. It's working. Okay, so my least favorite is Fallen Kingdom. That's my least favorite. And I want to preface that by saying that it's very personal. Like, logically, intellectually, I use that word very loosely when referring to myself. Intellectually, I'm aware that Fallen Kingdom is a better crafted film than both Dominion and Rebirth. Like, from a basic movie-making, storytelling perspective, Fallen Kingdom is a better crafted movie. I'm not denying that. It just comes down to personal preference, where for me, Fallen Kingdom is just bottom of the totem pole. There's just too much in that movie that rubs me the wrong way personally. A lot of it having to do with the characters I really don't like. Whereas I do feel more positive towards them in Dominion. Claire specifically, I actually like Claire in Dominion, and that does a lot of heavy lifting for me in picking Dominion over Fallen Kingdom. It's pretty difficult to answer this like live, because like I want to give like a nuanced, well thought out, articulated answer, but did I just say answer? It doesn't matter. But it's kind of difficult because it's like all jumbled up. But yeah, Fallen Kingdom is my least favorite, and then it's gonna be Dominion and then Rebirth, I think. Although Rebirth and Dominion are pretty close to me, maybe even interchangeable. Besides that, what is my ranking of all the movies? So then it would be Jurassic Park. The original stands head and shoulders above everything else. There's no argument to be had there. It's just the very best. And then for me, it goes The Lost World, then Jurassic Park. Yeah, Jurassic Park 3. I initially had it a little bit different, but yeah, then Jurassic Park 3, then Jurassic World. No. You're watching the wheels turn in real time here. Do I like Dominion and Rebirth more than Jurassic World? I think I do. And again, that's just pure personal preference. Like the same point with Fallen Kingdom. I think Jurassic World is a well-crafted film. I just don't personally like it. So yeah, I'm gonna say Rebirth, Dominion, World, Fallen Kingdom. Cancel me if you must. I could be cancelled for worse things, I suppose. Speak your truth. What about you guys? No, hold on. Let's keep it simple. What is your least favorite? Let's just stick to the question at hand. What is your least favorite? Del says The Lost World. We about to fight. No. No, don't worry about it. All opinions are valid, except if you have Jurassic Park, the original, as your worst, then you gotta get out. Then you just gotta leave. Then you have to get out of my living room, okay? No place on the couch for people who pick Jurassic Park, the OG, as their least favorite. Let's see. Sean Universe says Dominion basically tied with Rebirth at the bottom. Like, and I totally get that, right? Like, the things that I like about Dominion and Rebirth are just personal, like, hee, I like that. And not from like, oh, this is a well-made movie. I think I've done like an hour-long video basically crapping on Rebirth storytelling. And also, I forgive people for not knowing this, but like, yeah, I have always been pretty positive about Dominion, but if you watch like my full spoiler review of Dominion, I rip into that film pretty significantly as well. But, you know, it's just all sorts of stuff that I can look past and just be like, oh, I just love Therizinosaurus, and oh, I just love the Mosasaurus scene in Rebirth, you know? Again, toddler jingling car keys. That's all. I see a couple say Fallen Kingdom. It's basically all Dominion, Rebirth, Fallen Kingdom as far as I'm seeing. Oh, we have Jurassic Boyo saying Jurassic World 1. We have a Jurassic Park 3 in the chat from Evolution Circle. So yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? I mean, honestly, is there like a franchise where stuff doesn't go downhill? That's a little bleak, but I mean... Whoa! Neurotic Plays, what a super chat. Holy heck! Let's see if the Dilophosaurus maracas wants to dance in my living room. Dance, puppet, dance. When I play the maracas, I go... I love that stupid clip way too much. Hold on, your comment is already disappearing for me. Alright, full sarcasm. Thank you so much for starting with that. My autistic... behind appreciates that. Oh no, I got to cancel you because you have a slight difference in opinion about a movie franchise. I'll never be able to look at your channel again without feeling disgusted. I mean, for some people, it really is that deep. For some people, it really is that deep. And I can't even blame you. Like, you know, it's not like if somebody, it's not like you're cutting contact with like a parent or a sibling. You know, if you wanna cut a YouTube channel out of your life because they have a different opinion on a movie, that feels like the same level of depth. That feels appropriate, honestly. So, yeah, I wouldn't have any hard feelings. I know the comment was sarcastic. All right, I'm gonna switch back to the questions tab and pick a new one. I don't know if this stream is fun for you guys. I think it's pretty interesting. More so because I'm just curious about how you guys are answering the question. Maybe that's not exactly what would have been the point. All right, let me close question. Yes. All right, let me pick a new one. Are not a lot of questions being submitted in the question tab, or is something not working properly? Because I'm seeing the same questions I saw earlier. Or maybe it's being repeated. Hold on, I'm gonna give it a second. Let me actually have a sip. All right. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to fill up a little bit. New questions are coming in, by the way. I see the Dancing Dilo, just a test for you. I'm assuming new questions are coming in now. Maybe it just takes a while. But yeah, it's streaming in. Oh, I'm gonna pick a selfish one again. This is another shameless plug. Select question. I'll try to keep this short. This is by Sean Universe. How is Jurassic Legacy 2 coming along? Bestie! I feel honored. Since we talked about it, not a lot has happened because I've been dealing with some crippling insomnia. I won't get too personal, but I have not been sleeping, so the brain has not been braining. It's been not great, but I'm getting out of it now. Yeah, not a lot has happened since we talked about it, but for people who don't know, I've done an audiobook on the channel as like a sequel to Jurassic World Dominion. Rebirth wasn't out at the time, and Chaos Theory Season 1 wasn't out at the time. So I wrote a sequel to Jurassic World Dominion with like new characters, dinosaurs in our world. You know, basically the direction that I personally wanted the franchise to go in. And I uploaded that January or February of 2025, and I've started working on the sequel, which I always planned to do, but sort of just never had time for with like all of the news for Rebirth, for Jurassic World Evolution 3. So I'm working on that, and it's still in the very, very early phases, so I'm still... Like, the overall plot is done, but I have to figure out the order of the scenes, because it's again going to be a case of storylines with different characters which eventually have to converge in a way, and you know, you have to alternate between them in like a natural way that builds up, you know, the right emotions, whatever. So yeah, it's still very much in the early phases, but the reason Sean Universe is specifically asking for that is because Sean Universe makes awesome art, and they actually made a little... Hold on, maybe I can pull it up. Maybe not. But yeah, Sean Universe made this like adorable... Oh, here it is. Adorable little art piece for the first one, and I was like, yes. So I commissioned them to do one for the sequel. I'm just gonna show you guys. Hold on. How do I do this? You might get a little... Hold on, let me shrink it so you get less of a flashbang in your face, because it's quite a light picture. There you go. Oh, I'm still here. Look how cute that is. Eee! So yeah, I just wanted to show that. Because this was so cute, and again, thank you so much for making this. So yeah, I just wanted to have another art piece, so that is why. And I've also commissioned another artist to do... Oh god, now everything is gone. Hold on one second. There are you guys. There is... Yeah, okay. Oh, am I frozen? No, I'm good. And I also commissioned another artist that I know previously to also do an artwork for a very different scene. So I'm very excited to incorporate that into, like, you know, once the audiobook becomes a thing. But the reason that I'm already having art made, even though the audiobook is like way off, is because I wanted to give the artists as much time as they would possibly need. Like, you know, art takes time, and obviously they might have other commissions going on. So yeah, I was really just getting a head start on that, assuming that it might take months for those artworks to get delivered. So the second audiobook is going to take many, many more months to come along. Okay, I've spent way too much time on that. I was going to try to keep that short, and I failed. Close question. Oh my god, hold on. Something just happened in the question tab, and now it just sort of filled up. Okay, hold on. Let me find something. This might be a good one. Yeah, let's do this one. Because, again, this is one I want to get you guys' answers on. Is it working? Yes, it is. Alright, let me go back to live chat. There you go. Oh my god. It just went really fast all of a sudden. So, the question is... Oh, I didn't see who it was from. Can I still see that? Yes, I can. Noodles! Besides D-Rex, what rebirth dino do you want the most in Jurassic World Evolution 3? I'm gonna have to get in a little bit of a correction here. Besides D-Rex... D-Rex is literally the one that I'm least excited about. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about the D-Rex. There you go. I'm just giving you guys reasons to cancel me, and that's fine. But genuinely could not care less about the D-Rex. But to not get too stuck on that, to move on to the actual question part, what rebirth dino do I want most in Jurassic World Evolution 3? Alright, well, if I take your question very literally and we go with dino, then I'm gonna go with the Spinosaurus, and then I'm just gonna hope that they make it a variant, and we're gonna get some cool skins for that. If we don't get it as a variant, then it's trash. It's literally just trash to me if it doesn't come with like a wide selection of skins that we can customize. And the same goes for my second pick, which is not a dinosaur, but it is the Mosasaurus. I think that model is so superior to the one that we have in Jurassic World. So I really, really, really want it. But again, I really want it as a variant with just a whole bunch of awesome skins. Please, Frontier. Please. Oh, God. But yeah. What about you guys? What do you guys want the D-Rex the most? Let's see. What is the species you want the most? I'm generalizing it a little bit. Species. Which species do you want the most? Mr. M22 says Titanosaurus. Very fair. Someone who has no name says D-Rex. Okay. I'm gonna cancel you. It's a double-edged sword, people. Hold on, I'm just seeing if people actually answer the question. Come on, let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. I see Wetlands Pack talk. No. Stick with the rules. All right, Larry Lobster, I'm just gonna scroll up, says the Mutodon. I think it's my favorite hybrid because you can tell what's in it. If you show it to someone with no context, they would know it's a hybrid. The Indominus doesn't have that. That's actually a pretty valid point. Do I fully agree with that? I personally think if you show the Mutodon to someone with zero context, I think they're gonna assume it's an alien. I think they're gonna assume it's something having nothing to do with the Jurassic franchise. And that is my personal, if you can even call it that, problem with the Mutodon and like the D-Rex, to a lesser extent the Indoraptor. But mainly the D-Rex and the Mutodon just don't look like something from a Jurassic movie. It just looks like, I don't know, it could literally be any sci-fi monster IP. But yes, if you show them the Mutodon with the only context being this is in a Jurassic film, nobody is going to mistake it for an actual dinosaur. God, I hope not, at least. Honestly, some people maybe would. My mother maybe would. I love you, but maybe you would. But I get where you're coming from. It's not even trying to be a dinosaur, right? Whereas with the Indominus Rex, it was definitely still, like, they were definitely still trying to make it look like a dinosaur. So I get it. We have another one for the Titanosaurus. I guess, yeah, that's like a new species. You know, the ones that I said, Spinosaurus, Mosasaurus, are species that we technically already have. I just think that it will be interesting to have new variants for them, especially the Mosa. I think Mosasaurus is so cool, but I don't really gravitate towards it in Jurassic World Evolution 2 or 3, because I just don't really like the design for it, and then my superficial behind is just like, the skins suck. It's just, give me Megalodon. I prefer Megalodon. I said it. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pick another question again. Let's keep it a little snappy. Close. Okay. All right. Let's pick this one. I'm trying not to spend too much time selecting questions. Okay, so Ghosty asks, out of all the Jurassic World Evolution games, which is your favorite and why? I'm going to switch back to live chat. Okay, so the obvious answer here is Jurassic World Evolution 3 is just the best of the games. I genuinely don't see how you could objectively argue differently. Aside from like, personal preferences that someone might have, it's the one with the most features. It does give that lengthy campaign. It's just the most expanded of the three. So I think it's the best, and I also think that it is my favorite. But obviously I have like a special place in my heart for Jurassic World Evolution 1. Because that's what started this all. It's, and I think a lot of people really struggle to grasp this. But I genuinely loved Jurassic World Evolution 1 in spite of all of the shortcomings, all of the flaws. Like, I'm not blind to those things. But I got so much joy out of that game that I literally made a YouTube channel for it. And y'all need to realize that is a lot of work, a lot of time, and I happily spent that because I was just so in love with Jurassic World Evolution 1. So, it's always going to have like a special place in my heart, but I think Jurassic World Evolution 3 is just the best of the three. As it should be, right? I think it would be very strange in a series like this, which isn't really story-based, it's, building management. It would be very strange if the latest edition isn't the best edition. This isn't a story type of game where you can be like, for example, something like The Last of Us. I think a lot of people, maybe I'm gonna cancel myself for a whole different intellectual property, but I think most people would agree that The Last of Us, the first one, had a better story and was just a better game. Like, with a game like that, you can be like, yeah, the first one was the best. With a game like Jurassic World Evolution 1, 2, 3, it would be absolutely crazy for the third one to be not anything other than the best. Someone says Evolution 2 is peak. That's interesting. I do see, and I've talked about this many times, like, I see the appeal of the ease of Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2, right? And that was the appeal for me as well. Like, you could crank out a top tier park in just a couple of hours, like the best you could possibly do in that game. In a couple of hours, you could achieve that. And that is the one thing that I'm struggling with Jurassic World Evolution 3. It takes more time, it takes more patience, it does take more skill, it takes more creativity. But that's all. At some point I said it in a way that I was like, yeah, I nailed it. Something along the lines of the limitations with Jurassic World Evolution 3 are not in the game, they're in you as a player. Like, if you have limited time, limited motivation, limited creativity, limited skill, whatever, then you're not gonna get the most out of the game. But the game itself is almost limitless. There's some stuff I ran into where I'm like, why though? But I think from like an objective point of view, the third is just the best. But again, I fully understand people liking earlier versions the best. The workshop does most of the work for me, says Lightning Alchemist. Fair. Fair. Erod Ran or Aerodran, what is the park in the background? That's from Jurassic World Evolution 2. I was actually thinking about that before, right before I started this stream and I started up this looped video. I need to re-record a new thing in Jurassic World Evolution 3 because yeah, what's out the window is still Jurassic World Evolution 2. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna go back to questions. Gonna select a new one. Let's do something else. Let's do something not Jurassic. Let's do something random. Hold on. It still feels very unnatural to do all this switching back and forth. All right, questions are... Oh my god, questions are pouring in. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for something. Sorry, I'm reading through the questions. I did just say not anything Jurassic, but most of the questions are Jurassic, so I'm sort of thinking if maybe I should just rethink that. I'm still just reading questions. This is riveting content, I know. I think I should just get off the idea that we were gonna do something random, because it's basically all either Jurassic or Jurassic World Evolution related. So let me just pick something. Oh god, something just happened. It just jumped. Okay. I'm just gonna pick something here then. Alright, here. We're back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. This is by Cats Rock. What are my long-term hopes for Jurassic World Evolution 3? I'm just gonna switch back to live chat again. There you are. Oh my god! We have a super chat from R-1. Have I seen the Velocipaster? I haven't, but I do know what it is. And I've seen like little excerpts, maybe? I think I've seen like 2 or 3 clips of it. Which is all I needed to see, honestly. That's not the kind of stuff... Like, the whole, like, shitpost level of movie making is not something I spend my time on watching. I appreciate the super chat, though. Let's... There you go. Let's hug it out in the living room. Alright, so my long-term hopes for Jurassic World Evolution 3. I will be doing a video about this. I'm kind of struggling to make it because there is stuff that I still want for Jurassic World Evolution 3, but it is harder for me to pin it down than it was for Jurassic World Evolution 2. You know, for Jurassic World Evolution 2, it was just very clear to me some big stuff that the game was missing. And it was just really easy to hammer that out in several videos. I've done many videos being like, this is what they should add. And I feel like the stuff that I want for Jurassic World Evolution 3 is maybe more so things that I personally want, like little things, as opposed to like big things that the game actually needs. But stuff like bridges, obviously I'm gonna never stop talking about my want for bridges. I think we could do with some more attractions, something Prehistoric Kingdom just did. They introduced vivariums. I think Frontier could do something with that for Jurassic World Evolution 3. Now, before people come at Frontier and being like, oh, then they would just be ripping off Prehistoric Kingdom. They already did that in Planet Zoo, and by that I mean they already made terrariums in Planet Zoo. Like, you know, it's not a new thing to introduce something like that. And specifically, you know, that way they can give us a different way to have smaller creatures. I'd also like them to do something like that for a smaller aviary, because, you know, one of the dinosaurs that I really want is Microraptor. And I feel like in a huge aviary that we have, like even a single dome is really big. And it doesn't feel very zoo-like to me. So they could definitely do that. I see a mention of Cenozoics. I definitely want Cenozoics. That sort of stuff. And I guess in general, and I've talked about this already in basically everything I've ever done. I just, my long-term hopes for Jurassic World Evolution 3 is that it is gonna have like a long lifespan of a couple of years. I really hope it's gonna have a longer lifespan than Jurassic World Evolution 1 and Jurassic World Evolution 2. That's like my main hope. My main hope is that it's just, it is gonna have like a long-term... What the heck? Lima 25, what? I cannot do this with face cam. Ah! I appreciate it. That's very generous. I don't know what to say. That's very generous. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I'm gonna hide behind the Mosasaurus clip. Oh, I can't. I'm in my box. There's nowhere to hide. I can't. There you go. I've successfully hidden. Oh, I just pulled on something. Hold on. Ah! I'm stuck! Alright, there you go. Thank you so much. I never know what to say when people do a super chat like that. There's nothing I can say. I really appreciate it. That's all I can say. Hey Evo, been a while. A belated happy birthday. Here's something for a new Lego set. I appreciate it. Question. What would a good next Jurassic World movie look like for you? Plot-wise, setting, era, etc. Thanks and fijne avond. Fijne avond, dankjewel. Sorry if you already had this question. I haven't, but I am gonna give a pretty obnoxious answer right now. And that, like... hold on, I'm still like... still a little low in my chair. Like the only answer I can give to that is what the direction that I wanted the Jurassic movies to go in is exactly what I did with my audiobook. That's literally my idea of a quote-unquote perfect direction for the movie to go in. Now, that's not to say I executed it perfectly. Please know that I'm not that conceited. I just mean the general direction is exactly what I wanted from the franchise, what I explored in that audiobook, which is dinosaurs in our world. Stop taking us to goddamn remote islands. And I understand the difficulty with that, because I struggled with that when I wrote my story as well. Like, let's be honest, if you introduce guns and police and army into the equation, dinosaurs very quickly lose their upper hand. So I understand that it's so much easier to go to a remote island. But surely they can find competent writers who can come up with a mainland scenario that we can relate to. We can be like, oh, this could happen to me. That's scary. Because I think that is, to finish my thought, I'm sure they can find authors, writers, script writers to make that happen, to make a believable story like that, where we're not constantly thinking, oh, but the police could just roll up and go pew, pew, pew. But to what I was gonna say, I think my main qualm with it now, with like the whole remote island setup, is that it's less scary to me because I would never find myself in that situation. I'm never gonna be in the situation where I'm gonna voluntarily go on an airplane or on a boat and go to this remote dinosaur infested island. There is no universe in which I would do that. It's just stupid. So right away, that like really stretches my suspension of disbelief. Like, I wouldn't do this. I don't know why any character would do this. It's just frustrating to me. Whereas you know, if you bring the story to the mainland in situations where you can just accidentally find yourself in, that's way scarier to me. Like, again, this is just an example. This is not to say that I nailed it in my audiobook, but okay. Something that I think is pretty scary, which I don't have to do anymore, but when I still lived in my previous house, taking the trash out from like the back of the house to the street in the middle of the night is scary to me, because it was so dark in that little alley behind the house, like literally pitch black, and you know, it's the middle of the night, and my scaredy cat personality was just like, there could be anything, anyone could be hiding around this dark corner. Like, that's scary to me. So what I did with my audiobook was like, yeah, someone had to take out the trash in the middle of the night, and whoops, there's a dinosaur there. Like, that's scarier to me because I relate to that. And that's why I really just want the movies to do that. And it's just been disappointing to me that they haven't, because look, we've been to an island so many times already. This isn't crazy to say, right? We've done the island thing so many times, and we've done it well. That's also the thing. We've nailed it, I think. You know, check mark. Check, double check. We've gone to the island. We nailed it. Jurassic Park, the original, was amazing. And in my opinion, The Lost World was really good as well. And then we had Jurassic Park 3, and then we had Jurassic World, and then we had Fallen Kingdom, which partly takes place on the island, and then we had Dominion. And we've done this, okay? Can we please stop going to an island? Anyway, that's just, that's my opinion. What about you guys? She says, after just going on an absolute tangent. Cretaceous Containment says, the movies don't use small dinosaurs enough. We don't have enough indoor raptor scenes. Yes! Oh my god, that's another thing. Yes! Like, indoor stuff. This outside in the jungle where the big things can get at you. Okay. Yeah, that's spectacular and that can be scary. And again, they've done that well already. But, like, the scariest scene of the original movie, in my opinion, was the velociraptors in the kitchen. It's a familiar environment, it's enclosed, it's claustrophobic, and, you know, these, like, unfamiliar alien, and I don't mean that in literal sense, but, like, they don't belong. This invasive species is like dominating in this habitat that is unnatural to them. It's natural to us, it's unnatural to them. And it's just so scary, and it just baffles me that they're not repeating that. D-Rex says, islands are their safe zone. I don't think they'll ever go back to dinosaurs over the world. They're too afraid it'll end up like Dominion. Realistically, I would agree, yeah, that they're not going to do that again. I mean, they basically ruined that for themselves, didn't they? Like, with how they shrunk the dinosaur populations back. Like, yeah, technically, the equator is still, like, populated with dinosaurs, and obviously there are human populations on the equator as well, so there is still opportunity there. But they've really limited themselves with what they did in Rebirth. So I think Rebirth really shows their commitment to the whole island situation. Shaw Universe says, the direction of this franchise fills me with rage. Same. Jurassic Guy says, that's why my book is inspired by the Evolution game, because it's in the wild on the mainland, and it's scarier to watch people get killed in a familiar space than on a fictional island. 100% agree. I love to read it. Universal, you didn't say the magic words. Mr. Michael Serratus, they shot themselves in the foot. They did. For absolutely no reason. They did not have to kill off most of the dinosaurs to make Rebirth happen, if that's what they really wanted. It's just stupid. Oh, but yeah. Oh, by the way, I had the wrong question up. I've been answering the question from the super chat. I'm sorry about that. Let me go to questions. Let me pick a new question. Close. Yeah, I feel like YouTube is doing something weird because I'm seeing when I go back into the questions tab, I'm just seeing old questions. Like I see the one about Jurassic Legacy 2, and I answered that one, so I know that it's not a repeat question. So basically every time I reopen it, I just have to wait for new questions to load in again. There you go. All right, mini questions are coming in. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just here on my couch reading y'all's questions. Having a little sip. I see a lot of questions about my Lego sets, and just like as a little aside, I'm gonna get into that in the Q&A/house tour video that I'll be doing, because then I can actually show you the Lego sets. So I appreciate you guys asking, because I love talking about Lego, but I'm gonna skip over that, because that's gonna be addressed in the house tour Q&A video, and then I can show you my favorite Lego sets. Da, da, da. Oh, Proximus, I'm drinking iced tea. Green iced tea. Alright, let me pick this one. And we can talk a little bit more in general about Prehistoric Kingdom. Let me head back to live chat. Is this working? Yeah, so T-Bird asks, with Prehistoric Kingdom fully releasing next year, will you ever start a Prehistoric Kingdom series on the channel? Obviously, Prehistoric Kingdom had to take like a significant backseat this year, and that's purely because of time. Like, there's only so many hours in the day, and Jurassic World Evolution 3 with its news cycle, and then with like getting into building for Jurassic World Evolution 3 and getting used to like the modular aspect of that, which I'm just gonna admit I'm not yet used to it. That just took up all of my time, and then, you know, something's gotta give, so Prehistoric Kingdom drew the short straw there. Honestly, any game drew the short straw. I also, with streams, haven't even been doing the Isle, which I really want to get back to. So, first off, about the streams, starting at, like, again, I'm gonna take a bit of a break in January. I'm thinking maybe the first 2, maybe even the first 3 weeks of January, I'm gonna be taking off, in part to work on that audiobook that I mentioned, the sequel. But then after that, first and foremost, the Sunday streams are going to be different games again. So you're going to be seeing a return of The Isle, Path of Titans, and Prehistoric Kingdom in Sunday live streams. And then I really do want to incorporate more different content on the channel in video format as well. But it's difficult, especially combining Jurassic World Evolution 3 with Prehistoric Kingdom. They're both modular building games, so they're both super time consuming. They're both, you know, requiring the utmost in terms of, you know, creativity and motivation. So they're two games that I think are very difficult to do alongside each other. It's definitely like something I want to be able to do, but first I feel like I just need to be honest with you. First, I feel like I need to get into some sort of rhythm with Jurassic World Evolution 3, and I'm genuinely struggling with that. As you guys know, Grand Canyon Park right now is on a bit of a hiatus, and again, I will be continuing that after my vacation. In my vacation, I will also make sure that that series is coming back. but it's just, I'm overwhelmed by the amount of work that modular building is, in combination with, you know, the pressure I put on myself, or the expectations. Because, you know, it's one thing to just have fun with the game and build something for yourself. That's like a completely different thing, right? But it's something entirely different to make content on that I feel like, yeah, this is worthwhile for people to watch. That's very different than just playing for yourself. So I feel like there's a certain standard there that I have to live up to, that currently I just don't feel like I'm living up to that. Like, I feel like I build okay things. I've definitely built some things already in Jurassic World Evolution 3 where I'm like, oh, I like that. I like what I did there. But it is pretty difficult to reach that threshold where I'm like, okay, this is worth showing to people. So once oh, by the way, hold on, what happened? Oh my god, we have a super chat. Oh my god, Swain Logan, thank you so much. Oh, that's so cute, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, let's dance it out. Hold on. Ah, no, please dance. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And it's not way late. My birthday was yesterday, so that's fine. Thank you very much. But yeah, to reel it back into the question, to make a long story even longer, yes, I do want to do more Prehistoric Kingdom stuff, but I have to prioritize Jurassic World Evolution 3, and I have to prioritize figuring out a way to get some sort of schedule down with that, some sort of rhythm, normalcy. And once I have that hammered out, then I can start thinking about incorporating Prehistoric Kingdom. But yeah, it's gonna take a while. Did you see the one before that from Lightning Alchemist? Let me see. Hold on. Oh no, I just clicked on the wrong thing. I did not! Oh my god, I missed one entirely. Lightning Alchemist, thank you so much. I hope you're still here. I'm so sorry. This is super late. My phone just made like a notification noise, but it has to have its volume like on max, because that was way too loud. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm so sorry, Lightning Alchemist, for not seeing that earlier. Merry belated birthmas. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. Please don't ever say. I don't ever want to say that word again. I myself celebrate my 30th tomorrow. Aw, early congratulations to you. Thank you so much. Oh, man. But never say that word again. Don't type it. Don't say it. Don't make me say it. It's disgusting. But yeah, I hope you're gonna have a good birthday. All right, hold on. Let's now that I'm here anyway, let's switch to a different question. Close. Yeah, so when, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but when I go back into the questions tab, I don't even know if you guys can access this tab. But it's old questions, so I just have to wait for it to fill with new ones again. There you go. Now it's going. And it's going fast. Okay. Oh, it's going. Okay. Let's see. Hold, please, as I pick a question. As I take too long to pick a question. It's just because I'm looking for a question that I feel like I can give a lengthy answer to. That's like, you know, worth the effort of pinning it and going back to the other chat. when I feel like most questions I can answer like really quickly. Oh, hold on. Let's do this one. This is cute. Eldris asks favorite Jurassic franchise character. And again, picking that one because I want to see you guys' opinion as well. Live chat. Alright, we're back. Bye-bye. Okay, so obvious answer for me is Alan Grant. I had a huge crush on Alan Grant when I was a kid, which was very inappropriate because he was an old man and I was a kid. I had a huge crush on him. But as I've gotten older, he's just the most relatable character to me in a non-derogatory way. He's the most normal character, I feel. A lot of the other characters, Ellie Sattler as well, but, you know, Ian Malcolm is kind of out there. Owen Grady is, you know, basically a superhero who got stuck in the Jurassic franchise. They're all very movie trope characters to me, or exaggerated characters. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Whereas I felt like Alan Grant was just a normal dude, and I found that the most relatable. He's not the most enthused when it comes to interacting with kids. I am the same. I don't know how to handle children. I'm sorry, I was born an adult. I don't know how to interact with the youth. So, yeah, it's Alan Grant for me. What about Henry Loomis? I really, really like Henry Loomis. And I hope that his character is going to get expanded upon. But for the moment, Henry Loomis as a character is just nice because he's played by the Jonathan Bailey. But it's a very surface level character. There's not a lot going on there at the moment. But I'm fairly certain that he will return in a future movie, so I'm excited to see where that character goes. There's potential there. But at the moment, he's basically funny side character who is somehow main character. Does that make sense? Like, he has the depth and personality of the comic relief side character, but in a starring role. That's the only way I could put it, honestly. So, you know, nothing against him, but nothing special there either, in my opinion. All right. AG Architect says Roland Tembo gets forgotten too much. I don't think he gets forgotten at all. He gets mentioned quite a bit. For me personally, it's just... Do I relate to someone who hunts for sports? Not necessarily. No. That's not my vibe. Ian is chaos. Ian truly is chaos. He is. Oh, Jesse, did I miss your monthly member message? Hold on, let me see. Can I find that here? Ooh. 1 second. Hello? Here. Yeah, there you go. I have it. Have I seen Fire and Ash yet? I have not. No, I'm saving it for my vacation in January. So no spoilers, please. No spoilers, please. I'm sorry for missing that. I'm so sorry. I also see, by the way, a super chat from Chairs Are King. The existence of, I will not say that word, as a holiday means there is a, and I will not say that word either. So many words I won't say. I appreciate the super chat though. Alright. Miss Pilkington says, I really like Darius in Chaos Theory. He's a very noble and kind character. Plus, I relate to his dino nerdiness. I've watched season 1 of Chaos Theory, and I think the first 2 seasons of the second season, and then I was like, it's just not for me. Torianne says, outside of Grant and Sadler, I think I need to go with Ronnie from Chaos Theory. See, I don't even know who that is. I'm so sorry. No, sorry, I watched the first 2 episodes of the second season. I said the first 2 of the second season, and by the first 2, I mean the first 2 episodes. No one with Amanda Kirby? Yeah, I haven't seen anybody mention Amanda Kirby. No, that's interesting. Huh. People don't like her? What a surprise. Sorry. Sarah Harding because of her rapid autistic info dumping at the start of The Lost World. We love an autistic coded queen. That's so true though. She is kind of autistic info dumping. That's hilarious. I've never seen it that way. I do have a very soft spot for autistic coded characters, I've realized. Literally, this has nothing to do with Jurassic, this is just a side tangent. But two characters that I've been absolutely obsessed with in different shows were both autistic characters. Even though that wasn't explicitly said in the show, it was said afterwards by the actors and the creatives that, oh yeah, this character is autistic. And I was like, oh, no wonder I like them. It's because I'm conceited. Eddie is the king we don't deserve. Eddie is amazing. Eddie really is a king. What about Paul Kirby? I don't like Paul Kirby. I know Best in Slot really likes Paul Kirby. I don't see it personally. He said he was going to do like a sort of like a video essay on why Paul Kirby is the best character. I would definitely be looking forward to that because I love seeing like people's analysis of that and they're making their case for the character that they love. So I'd be really interested in seeing that. But off the top of my head, he's like only a smidge better than Amanda Kirby in my opinion. T-Rex, you don't remember Eddie? He's the guy who got ripped in two by the T-Rexes in The Lost World. You don't remember Eddie? He sacrificed himself for the good of the people, and you don't even remember. This is the saddest moment. Hey, cheers, our king. Thank you so much. I can't stop looking at that clip. It's so funny. Oh my god. I would write a 5-page essay on the Mutodon, but it would not all be positive. Poor Eddie. Yeah, he got forgotten. That's so sad. Mr. Pilkington says favorite character is the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus for being an agent of chaos. That goes into like a whole other thing about dinosaurs as characters, which on one hand I don't like, and on the other hand I'm completely aware of how hypocritical that is, because in my audiobook there is a dinosaur that is pretty adjacent to a character, but it's just such a tempting trope to fall into. Spielberg refers to Eddie's death as the wishbone shot. Very accurate. Carter! Aggressive bottoms top. I see that you've added something to your name. Who do you think is the hottest character? I mean, Henry Loomis, man. Jonathan Bailey? Woo! Oh, that's just for the guys. Or the gay guys and the straight gals and anyone who's attracted to men. This is not Raptor. Even if you could cast a Jurassic Park novel recreated movie, who do you cast? I don't know. I'm gonna give a very like blanket statement answer to that, which is unknown actors. That's what I like. I like it when shows and movies use unknown actors. There's a show I'm currently obsessed with. They literally hired actors in the lead roles who were waiters. Literally waiters before they got these roles. And now they both have over 1 million followers on Instagram and they're absolutely blowing up. And I love that. I think that's amazing. I think more shows and movies need to do that. There are so many great actors out there who are not getting their shot. Give these people their shot. It doesn't always have to be Timothée Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Pedro Pascal. You know, great actors, nothing against them, but just cast unknown people. Please, for the love of God, cast unknown people. Hey, WS23 Gaming. Heck yeah. Happy belated birthday, Evo. Apologies if this has been asked already. But what are your thoughts on the vivarium system being added to Jurassic World Evolution 3 in a similar fashion to the one that's been added to Prehistoric Kingdom? It wasn't asked, but I did talk about this, and yes, I would love it. But more so because Frontier has already done that in Planet Zoo, so I feel like it's very natural for them. They've ripped off so much of Planet Zoo for Jurassic World Evolution 3. They might as well give us the vivariums as well, like the little things. All right, hold on. Let me pick a new question again before it gets confusing, if it wasn't already. Yeah, again, I already mentioned this, but when I go back into the questions thing, it's just all old questions. Like, literally stuff I've answered. Don't worry, I'm just breaking things. Here they go. Okay, now it's coming. All right, I'm gonna pick this one because I feel like it's fitting for a last stream of the year. So I'm gonna go with Monatalia. What are your plans for the channel in 2026? I'm gonna go back to live chat. I am famously not a planner. I do not plan. It is my least autistic coded trait. Actually, I plan in daily life, but I don't plan stuff for the channel, because every time I do plan stuff, it just goes completely off the rails because something else comes up, and then another thing comes up, and then another thing comes up. So for the channel, I very much go with the flow. In terms of plans, I already talked about this at the very start of the stream, but I want to do, with the exception of January, I want to do a monthly, informal, low-key, casual, podcasty thing with other creators. It's probably going to be like other small creators. I just have to work up the courage to invite people. The other plan for 2026 is to get the audiobook sequel out, which is... It's going to be a huge project, so I'm going to have to spread that out quite a bit to make sure that it doesn't interfere with stuff that's actually important for the channel, because obviously it's just a pet project, and I'm using it as an excuse to sort of keep writing, which is something that is near and dear to me. And then... something else I mentioned, I want to get into more of like a rhythm / schedule for Jurassic World Evolution 3. I really want to get to a point where I can do like a weekly series, which is going to be the continuation of Grand Canyon Park. But I think, and maybe that's something I'll use my vacation for, is to just get a little bit of a head start, to give myself a little bit of breathing room. I think that's really what I need. So that's really want to like get some sort of schedule. Sunday streams are going to be different games again. Already mentioned that. What else? Obviously, every time we... wait, no, I'm phrasing this wrong. English. It's a thing. Every month we're getting a free dinosaur, returning from Jurassic World Evolution 2. So we have pretty consistent news coverage there. I guess that's about all there is in terms of like planning. And yeah, I really mean what I say. I just I just go wherever my mood takes me. I also feel like this is gonna sound so pretentious, and I want you to know that I'm aware of that. But YouTube is like a creative profession. It might feel very procedural, formulaic from an outside perspective, and there are aspects of it that are like that, but it is at its core a creative profession in the sense that you need ideas for a video, you need to edit them in a creative way, and keep things interesting. Scripting is a creative process, and I really feel like there's like whatever your state of mind or your mood is really goes into like the stuff that you can produce. So for example, something that I've been struggling with for the past couple of weeks, I've mentioned this, I've really slipped back into my insomniac ways of yore. Was a really big problem for me a couple of years ago and when I was a teenager. And yeah, the past couple of weeks I've just been sleeping so poorly, and that affects you mentally, it affects you emotionally, it puts you in a bad mood. And you know, if I still had like my desk job, and I still worked in Excel spreadsheets and stuff like that, you can punch in numbers when you're in a mood. That's okay. But I don't feel like you can deliver a fun park tour when you haven't slept and you're feeling cranky and you're just not in a humoristic state of mind. So that's also something that you can't plan for. Like, I had plans for content in these past 2 weeks, but then I didn't sleep. So I there's no sense in me recording a tour video and just being like, and if you look to your left, there's I don't know, it's Wyangosaurus or whatever. And if you look to your right, there's this pagoda that I built. Like, that's not entertaining, right? Right? So you need to be... like a perfect storm needs to happen that you just can't plan for. So sometimes YouTube is just a case of waiting until that perfect storm happens and then you can put something out. So yeah, again, long story about planning. There's stuff that you just cannot plan for. You just have to adjust course as needed. All right, I'm gonna close this question. I'm gonna pick another one. Oh my god, it's already been an hour and a half, guys. God dang it. Okay. Is this still working? Yes, it is. Okay, I just have to wait again. I'm gradually sinking in my chair. There you go. All right. I'm scanning. I am still seeing old questions thrown in as well. Like, for example, the 2026, what are your plans for 2026? Just came up again, so it's not a perfect system. Okay, let's see. When will you release this from your basement? Never. Get comfortable. All right, this is maybe funny. I don't know if funny is the right word, but what? Okay, this is I am the drum and bass farmer. Heck yeah. Oh god, your question just disappeared from me. What do friends and family think of your career change, as being a YouTuber is obviously not a traditional job? It very much is not traditional. No, let me switch back to live chat. So until quite recently, my parents were aware, obviously, that I had a YouTube channel and that it had become my job, because that's been the case for 2 years or something. But it's only in the past couple of months that they've actually found out the name of my channel, and they sometimes watch my videos. So that has been an interesting and frightening experience to, you know, be at the weekly family dinner and have your dad go, hey, I saw that shark tunnel that you built for the lagoons. And I was like, why did you watch that? And the reason for that is because when I had to get like the finances arranged to be able to buy this apartment, again, house tour is still coming, I promise. I needed to enlist my dad's help because that's a very complicated process. So I needed his help, which meant that, you know, he got insight into the finances, and, you know, he saw the channel name pop up because it's just, it's the name of the business. So he's been using that to his advantage, and he told my mom, obviously. So yeah, sometimes they watch my stuff, which is very uncomfortable. I kind of wish that they wouldn't. And the reason for that is, and I can't really say this to them because I don't think they'll understand, but them watching my videos, to me, feels like them sitting in on me having conversations with my friends. Like, you don't quite belong here. This is something that I do with like-minded people, and I talk about stuff with you guys that I wouldn't talk about with my parents. So yeah, I kind of wish that they wouldn't do that, but there's really no way to delicately put that, I think. As far as what they think of the channel, I think they don't really understand it. Frankly, do I understand it? Debatable. Yeah, I don't think they really understand how ad revenue works and why people would watch someone play a game rather than just play the game. And you know what? Valid. But in a more general sense, I think they're just happy that I'm doing something that makes me happy, because there's been a significant period of my life where I was unhappy and they were really worried about that. So they're just relieved that, you know, I found this job that really suits me. You know, I keep saying this, I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but I am autistic. And for many obvious reasons, when to do with autism, is, you know, working on my own is just ideal. Not having to go into meetings with people, not having to do presentations, and all that sort of stuff is ideal for me. So I think they're just happy that I've found my place in that way. And yeah, beyond that, it's just a whole lot of question marks. Like they don't really get it. Imagine if your parents are watching. I feel pretty safe in assuming that they're not watching live streams, because by God. And also we're an hour and a half in, so yeah, I feel like we're safe. But I guess if they are watching, well, then I guess I just saved myself an uncomfortable conversation, because now they know I prefer for them to not be watching. So leave. So yeah. But yeah, I think I think they're pretty positive about it. I think in a wider sense, like friends, former colleagues, they're just very confused that I do YouTube, because they're like, really, talking is your job? Like, you talking? Because normally when I'm in a social situation, I prefer to just listen. I'm a very good listener. But I also just genuinely prefer to listen, unless, you know, my hyperfixations are touched on. Then I can ramble. But yeah, for a lot of people in the wider social circle, they're mostly just confused. All right, picking a new question again. Keep them coming. What are we? We have 20 minutes left, so we can do a couple more. All right, I am again. Yep, there they go. There they go. Just trying to find one. Yeah, and again, I'm seeing the same question pop up. The system is broken. Sorry, I'm being so like picky with the questions. I don't mean to be again, but it again just goes into I'm trying to pick a question that can get a substantial answer as opposed to do you prefer sweet or salty snacks? Well, I prefer sweet. You know, stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna pick this one because some other people. This came up in some other questions as well. So this is maybe a little bit more general. But Evolution Circle says my channel is really small and I can't seem to find something that people like. So I'd love to get your advice. So if you've been to multiple live streams, you've heard me answer this question before. My main advice for when you're just starting out YouTube is just make the content for yourself. Content that you feel passionate about making. Whatever that is. Don't think of it in terms of this is going to be popular. This is going to really fill a niche. This is what people want to see. Just make content for yourself. Something that you have to get out there. Like, it's just gonna burst out of you. I have to make this video. I have to talk about this. I have to show this. Whatever that is. You know, it could be a game. It could be your Lego collection. Whatever. Because that's just how you should go into YouTube from a genuine angle. Don't go into it with the sense that I want to be popular. I want this to be my job. Whatever. Because I think that you're going to set yourself up for failure because it is so rare to make it happen. But I genuinely feel that the best way, like your best chance, is to just be genuine that way. And, you know, the right people are going to find you and they're going to connect to that. You're not going to be helping yourself if you're trying to, you know, fake it till you make it. Like, don't do that because people are going to see right through that. They're not going to be interested in seeing you talk about, you know, whatever is, you know, the trendy thing at the time that you don't really care about, but you're just trying to, you know, get your foot in the door. Don't do that. Just, you know, like what I did with Jurassic World Evolution 1. Who the heck was, like, making videos about paths? Like, come on, woman, Jesus. But yeah, that's the stupid stuff that I like doing, and you know, I don't I don't think those first videos were very good. That's the understatement of 2025 that we're gonna end on. But you know, people connected to that, I think, because they recognize that, wow, you must really like Path to be talking about it this much, huh? And I think people just connected with that. So yeah, just make videos for yourself, and the kind of videos that you're gonna be okay with if it gets 12 views, because there's a very realistic possibility that it is just gonna get 12 views, and that has to just be okay. And maybe eventually it's going to be 20 views, 100 views, 200 views. And, you know, the ball's going to get rolling from there. But I don't think you can manufacture it, engineer it, fake it, manipulate it, you know, whatever unflattering verb you want to use there. Just do what you want to do and hope that like-minded people are going to find you. And then my second piece of advice, like once you're past that point, you know, once you're getting like a couple hundred views per video and you're like, okay, I want to try to improve myself, my video making, then there's like this whole resource out there on YouTube or just on the internet at large. How to do video titles, how to make a good thumbnail, how to write a good video description, how to edit a good intro, how to ask people to subscribe. This is something that I see people. Okay, so let's get into some specifics here. This is something that I see a lot of people do wrong, which is start your video and immediately ask people to like, subscribe, and comment. Like, hello, this is Evolution Square. Please like and subscribe. Don't do that, because you haven't given people a reason to like or subscribe. So don't start your video out like that, because the intro is so important and you don't want to waste time on something that is not going to resonate with people. People are not going to subscribe just because you ask them. People are going to subscribe because you give them an actual reason to. Now, it is important to ask people to subscribe because they will forget otherwise, but ask them later in the video. Ask them when they've already been watching a couple of minutes, you have them hooked, you've shown that you have something to offer, then ask them to subscribe, because then they're going to be like, oh, you know, you're right. Yeah, I like this stuff, and I would have forgotten otherwise. Okay, I'm going to hit subscribe. That's something that you should be doing. Don't do an intro as in a graphic intro, like a song, and then your channel name comes up with this interesting graphic. Don't do that. Do not do that. Just start your video with something relevant to the reason people clicked on it. Yeah, just really, really basic, easy stuff is out there for you to read up on and learn a little bit, and that's really gonna help out your channel. So yeah, in summary, just make the videos you want to make. Don't do it to grow. Just do it because you want to do it, and the right people will find you and will connect with it. And then the next step, when you take it a little bit more seriously, just, you know, Google, Chat GPT, whatever you want to do, and be like, how to grow your channel, how to get people to subscribe, how to get people to like, stuff like that, and just get some basics out of the way. Hey, cheers, our king. Thank you so much. The existence of the crazy path lady means there must be a crazy amenity man, a crazy hotel kid, and a crazy enclosure teacher. Yes, and I am all of them. In every universe. I am just there in your walls. I appreciate the super chat. Rob Earth says, okay, I feel a little diss now with my videos. It's not a personal call out to anyone. It's just one of the main mistakes that new YouTubers make. It's the like, I don't know how to call it. It's not really an intro, but it's like the graphics showing your name, whatever. That's a big mistake new YouTubers make, and the asking to like and subscribe before you've earned it. I see those all the time, and it's the YouTuber brain rot for me. I just think to myself, oh, don't do that. You really hurt yourself there. Did I miss a super chat? Hold on, let me go find it. Oh my god, I missed 2 super chats. Another one from Charizard King. Oh no, don't bring up the canned cheeseburger. Please, can we let that die as it should? And KW4444. What's my least favorite dinosaur? I'm gonna annoy you so much. Hold on. I don't have a least favorite dinosaur, because that's not something I think about. Like, I haven't ranked all 800 and something species of dinosaur in my head. If you're asking what my least favorite is in Jurassic World Evolution 3, I haven't really thought about that yet either. I will be doing a ranking video at some point, obviously, but yeah, I just haven't given that a thought yet. I'm sorry. D-Rex says there's a YouTuber here in Italy who doesn't do intros or outros. Videos end randomly. That's funny in my opinion. Videos ending randomly is also a really powerful thing. I have a bit of an outro. You know, I do the whole... thank you so much for watching, liking, you know, that whole thing. That's already a mistake. So, you know, I'm not fully practicing what I preach. That's just something that I feel like is so baked into the identity of the channel that I can't really let go of it. But yeah, technically, you also should not be doing an outro. You want to end it before people realize that it's ending. Because if people click off 10 seconds before the actual ending because they know, oh, she's going to do the, you know, thank you so much for watching. I don't need to see that. They're going to click off. That's just a signal to YouTube that people don't stick around till the very end. So yeah. Yeah, don't bring up the canned burgers. God dang it, man. I feel like I do get a lot of questions from people about like YouTube advice and stuff like that. Like everything within the context of me being aware that I haven't exactly cracked the code here or anything. But I would be totally willing to give people advice, but maybe there's like a certain time and place for that. I talked about this with Fletcher when we did the first podcast episode. You know, what I could do, for example, is bring Fletcher back on for a future episode of the podcast and just dedicate that to YouTube stuff and then get into the details there and share, you know, what I know, what I've learned. But that's obviously not going to interest everyone, right? So I feel like I need to find a time and place for that. But yeah, I just want to sprinkle it in here because I get that question a lot from people, like YouTube advice and stuff like that. All right, more questions. But just again to say, you don't have to wait for me to give you YouTube advice if you're like starting out as a YouTuber and you want to grow your channel. You don't have to stick around for me. I'm not the expert here, but there are experts online. You can just find them right now. There's like great resources out there to grow your channel. Okay, come on. Give me a question. I think we have time. Let's do one more. The lights just came on in my living room. Like my fake living room. I just caught it. Nico, which Jurassic YouTubers can you recommend? I don't watch enough Jurassic YouTubers to be able to like give an endorsement to anyone. I can recommend Fletcher, Triclaw Gaming, because Fletcher's one of my moderators. I know Fletcher personally, but I don't watch enough stuff to be able to give like a proper endorsement off the cuff. Don't want to accidentally recommend someone problematic. Get cancelled by proxy. There's some I could unrecommend. No, shut your mouth, woman. Alright, I don't know, is this working? It's not doing the thing that it did earlier. I don't see a lot of new questions coming in. Which, you know, maybe you're all questioned out. That's all fair. Oh my god, I just realized I have not done the Ian Malcolm chuckle for the 200 likes. We are super close to 300 likes though. So if we get there, if we get to 300 likes, don't worry, I will invite him twice into the living room. We'll catch up. We'll catch up. KW444, what got you into dinosaurs? I'm gonna save that. That's a question that also comes up in the Q&A video that I'll be doing. So I'm just being that annoying person and letting you know that that's that. I'm gonna get to that in the video. I think you guys are like all asked out. It's very slow right now. And again, that's fair. We've been talking for 2 hours. It's been a while. Maybe we'll do a little speed round. Because again, I do see some questions that I can answer like really quickly. For example, Dracosaurus Gaming, favorite dinosaurs is prehistoric life documentary. That's still Walking with Dinosaurs for me. Prehistoric Planet has not dethroned it. What do I think about the Dinoblade game? Never heard of her. What's my favorite game outside of the Jurassic World Evolution franchise? Asks D-Rex. I guess The Isle? But to be honest, I don't play a heck of a lot outside of Jurassic World Evolution. Literally just because I don't have time. Have I read the Jurassic novels? I've read the first novel several times. The second novel, and it's... I can't quite reach it. The second novel I've only read once when I was a teenager. And that was a long time ago, but I'm not going to tell you how long exactly. So I need to reread it. Because I've basically forgotten everything. But I keep not finding the time to reread it. I love the first one, though. Love the first one. Have I heard about Echoes of Extinction? I think so. Is that the one Islander is making? I know Islander is making a game. Islander is a The Isle Dinosaur Survivor YouTuber. Is that his? The name is familiar, at least. Geets Good, if I'm saying that correctly. What do you think about adding custom hybrid creation in Jurassic World Evolution 3? I don't personally want them to be spending any time on that. I think there's personally other stuff that I would prefer, but you're certainly not the only one who would want that. How much was my PC and what specs are it? The specs are on my channel. I always forget. Hold on, I can literally look them up for you. View channel. I have to look it up because I always forget. My PC specs. I have an Intel Core i9 13900K. I don't know how to say that in English. Like the... Anyway, 32 gigabytes of RAM, dedicated, I think. No, that's just general. And then I have a GeForce RTX 4090. But you can always look up my PC specs in the About section on my channel. So if you just go to the channel and then there's like a little description and it says more. If you click on that, it says my PC specs. How much was my PC? My PC was stupid expensive. I think it was almost 5,000 euro. Oh my god, hold on. Now all of a sudden a whole bunch of questions came in. I'm gonna keep doing a bit of a speed round here. Mr. Michael Serratus, what's my opinion on other dino tubers? You're just trying to get me cancelled out here. Like I said earlier, I don't watch a whole lot of dino YouTuber content, because in my spare time, I'm already overdosed on Jurassic World Evolution stuff. But yeah, in general, I think there's a whole lot of them, and I think there's something for everyone. Jurassic Dump... Jurassic Dump by Malcolm? What a name. Where did you learn English? Off watching movies, TV series, reading English books. It's just exposure. Oh, hold on. Did we reach 300 likes? Oh, I clicked off it. Hold on. No, we're close though. We're close. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Andrew Wetzel Pretzel, what will happen to Jurassic Park Japan and the prehistoric oasis in Jurassic World Evolution 2? There are tours coming for both those parks very soon. How do I think the Mutodon will work in Jurassic World Evolution 3? I mean, there's two ways they can go about it. They can make it a flying creature and restrict it to the aviaries, or they can very simply say it can't fly for X reasons and then make something up. I'm suspecting they'll go with the first route and make it a flying species that needs to be contained in an aviary, or else it's just going to be, free flying all over the place. I don't think it's going to be introducing a new mechanic where there's like, I keep forgetting what they call it in Dominion, but like that aerial deterrent system. I don't think we're going to see that. Will I do another mini island series, but now in Jurassic World Evolution 3? Asks Xavier. Probably eventually. There's so many things I want to do in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Like, there's years worth of park builds in my brain that I somehow need to get out of my brain and into reality. A mini island series is not at the top of the priority list, though. Just because I feel like I covered the main islands in Jurassic World Evolution 2 already. Sort of wasted them there. Michael Bowser, how do I think the D-Rex could work in Jurassic World Evolution 3? I'm not sure if I understand the question, because just like any other creature, it's just gonna, walk around. I don't think there's anything inherently special about it. If you were a sandwich, which sandwich would you be? You know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of, if you know, you know. I would be a tuna melt. And there's a very specific type of person who knows what that means. And everyone else is going to get the real wrong impression right now. And I apologize, but I'm not going to explain. I've made my bed and I will live in it. Anyone who knows what I mean, I appreciate you. I see you. And anyone who doesn't, I'm sorry, I just traumatized you. What dinosaurs would I like to see swim in the future? Obviously T-Rex, because, that's just canonical and makes sense. I don't know. I think they should just keep adding new species and give them the ability to swim, not necessarily retroactively giving dinosaurs or species that we already have the ability to swim. So yeah, I'll just do the obvious thing and I'll say Deinosuchus. Again, not a dinosaur, I know. We are at 300 likes. Heck yeah, let's get Ian into the living room. Ian, hello? Ian, wake up, wake up. And once more. Come on. Oh. Sorry, I just closed something that I should not have closed. All right, I am going to end the Q&A because we've reached the end of the stream here. Oh my god, let me head back into live chat. See, someone explained tuna melt. Hold on, I'm going to see if someone caught it. I don't think so. No, I don't think people recognize it. Damn it. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for this final stream of 2025. I'm sorry if a Q&A wasn't necessarily what you were hoping for, but like I've been saying, been dealing with some insomnia, so feeling quite uncreative. So I had to sort of work around that. But I really just wanted to check in with you guys one last time in 2025 live. And yeah, just wish you all, like, if this is there is some videos that I want to get out in the next couple of days. Thank you for your patience. But in case I don't catch you again in the comment section, I just want to thank you guys so much for 2025, for all of the support this year. It's been absolutely incredible. And I want to wish you all the very best for 2026. And I hope you're going to stick around with the channel, continue to be patient with me, and I hope that we're just going to continue having fun during these live streams and chatting with each other. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for coming to hang out with me. It means a lot. I appreciate that. It's getting very parasocial now, so I'll stop. But I really appreciate it. You guys always make my week. I always look forward to streaming. I want to thank, as always, the Blue Name crew for making chat a better place in the world and making these streams possible. I see Sarcastically is still here. We had Fletcher, Glitzbach, Sammy L, Guillermo was lurking. So yeah, as always, hugely appreciate it, especially today, because this was unplanned. They were probably looking forward to not having to moderate today, so I'm sorry about that. Hold on, we have a super chat here from Arif Bedezi. Wow, so amazing! Happy birthday, Evo! Thank you so much. See you all next year. Happy New Year. Same to you as well. Thank you so much. Hug. And I see a monthly member. There you go, from Melissa Berensen. I want to thank everyone for this amazing 2025. There's been so many great things this year, and I hope we can have a great 2026 as well. Heck yeah. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to you lovely folks. And but to everyone, thank you so much for 2025. And again, I really hope that we're going to have an awesome time in 2026 with Jurassic World Evolution 3 and, you know, get news for the next movie, maybe. We have a lot to look forward to, I think. All right, here we go. Starting with some of the green names. Legacy Christie, of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Cousin Lamas, Melissa Berensen, Zamot Survivor. We have Rob Earth, Matthew UK, the Tori Ann. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Malatalia, I appreciate you. Sorry, I'm laughing because I want to say I love you, but that's way too parasocial. But I like you guys a whole lot, okay? Let's put it that way. Jurassic Guy 1993, Jesse 002. We have Crazy Cat Miri in the chat. Arif Bedaisy, thank you so much again. All right, I'll be saying many more names and mispronouncing them for the last time in 2025. But come back here if you want to hear your name mispronounced again. I have more where that comes from. Here we go. Jurassic Boyle. We have Rex Craft. Aggressive Bottoms Top. Oh god. Melissa Cutter. Grace Gamiri again. We have Nuclear Goji Edits. Rex the Coelosaurus. I always feel like I'm literally just tripping down the stairs when I'm trying to say that. Sarcastically, it's been a year and being on the live streams has been fun. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Oh god, chat just jumped to heaven. Jurassic Guy, bye everyone. Love y'all. Have a great 2026. You're amazing. Thank you. Yahoo, the last Yahoo of 2025, guys. X08 Chill, we have WS23 Gaming, Jan Pilarski, Arthur Hockett, the Torian again, Prehistoric Pixels, we have Jurassic Dump by Malcolm, Proximus, Therese is my name, D-Rex 1985, Mr. Micro Serratus, Nico Ludwig, Evolution Circle, we have Matt the Velociraptor, Diamond Gaming, Killing with Key Lime, Risachu, maybe? Xenon, oh, chat jumped again. I'm just gonna roll with it. Raffaminer, hey, Tyrannosaurus, I never knew you were streaming. Happy belated Christmas and Happy New Year. Same to you as well, thank you. Prehistoric Pixels, we have Rongwu, I see I Am Batman, and as Dark Day back just for the ending. Yes, and I am indeed gonna end it on that one. All right, here we go, folks. The classic outro. We talked about how this is actually a bad idea. What's a bad idea? Well, this. But we're gonna do it anyway. All right, hold on. Let me cue up the actual end here. There you go. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.